Have you ever heard the phrase, as above, so below? It echoes through ancient texts, secret societies, and even modern pop culture. But what does it truly mean? Is it just a mystical catchphrase, or does it hold the key to understanding the universe itself? Let's unravel one of history's most profound and misunderstood statements. The phrase originates from the Emerald Tablet of Hermes Trisima, a legendary text of alchemy and Hermeticism. Its exact origins are shrouded in mystery, with some traditions tracing it back to ancient Egypt and the god Thoth. The most famous Latin translation reads, Quod est superius, est sicat, quod est inferius. That which is above is like that which is below. The Emerald Tablet itself was a cornerstone of Western esotericism, influencing figures from Isaac Newton, who actually translated it, to the founders of the Rosacrans. It wasn't just mystical fluff. It was considered a foundational principle of the natural world, a kind of cosmic law. It was a map promising that the macrocosmda universand, the microcosmda individualar, reflections of each other. This wasn't just about astrology, predicting your fate by the stars. It was a more profound idea that the same patterns, principles, and laws govern everything, from the orbit of a planet to the growth of a cell. Now, let's move beyond history and into the esoteric heart of the matter. As above, so below is the ultimate statement of correspondence. It implies that there's no real separation between the physical and the spiritual, the big and the small. The structure of an atom, with electrons orbiting a nucleus, mirrors a solar system. This is the doctrine of the microcosm and the macrocosm. The Hermetic philosophers believed that humanity is a small-scale model of the universe. By understanding ourselves, our thoughts, emotions, and physical bodies, we can understand the cosmos. This is why self-knowledge was so crucial in these traditions. It wasn't just navel gazing. It was a form of cosmic exploration. The above could be interpreted as the divine, the world of archetypes, or universal consciousness. The below is our manifest physical reality. The principle suggests that our reality is a direct reflection of these higher patterns. It's a two-way street. By changing what is below our thoughts, actions, and environment, we can influence what is above. And by aligning ourselves with the principles of the above, we can bring harmony to what is below. This is the very essence of magical practice and spiritual alchemy, transforming the lead of your base self into the gold of an enlightened being, thereby creating a corresponding transformation in your reality. The principle extends into the psychological realm. Carl Jung, the famous psychoanalyst, echoed this idea with his concepts of the collective unconscious and archetypes. The above could be seen as this deep, shared reservoir of human symbols and myths, while the below is our individual conscious mind. Our personal struggles, dreams, and desires are reflections of these universal archetypes playing out. When you face a personal challenge, you might be enacting a version of the hero's journey, a timeless pattern found in myths across the world. By understanding the above, the archetypal story, you can better navigate the below, your personal situation. This turns life from a series of random events into a meaningful journey. It implies that everything is connected. Your inner world of thoughts and beliefs, the microcosm shapes your outer world of experiences and relationships. If your inner world is chaotic and fearful, your outer reality will likely reflect that. If you cultivate inner peace and order, your external life begins to align. So, as above, so below becomes a powerful tool for personal transformation. It's a call to take responsibility for your reality, not as a victim of circumstance, but as a co-creator. A miniature universe with the power to shape its own destiny. But let's ground this in science for a moment. Does this ancient mystical idea hold any water in the modern world? Skeptics would argue, quite rightly, that these are just poetic analogies. The resemblance between an atom and a solar system breaks down under scrutiny. Planetary orbits are governed by gravity, while electron positions are described by probability clouds in quantum mechanics. They are fundamentally different systems. However, the principle of correspondence finds an uncanny echo in the concept of fractals. A fractal is a mathematical pattern that is self-similar across different scales. Zoom in on a fractal, and you'll see the same basic shape repeating over and over again. Think of a coastline, a snowflake, or a head of broccoli. The small parts resemble the whole. The universe seems to be full of these fractal patterns, from the distribution of galaxies in cosmic filaments to the intricate branching of lightning. Could it be that the ancient Hermeticists were intuitively describing the fractal nature of reality? Were they observing a fundamental organizing principle of the cosmos long before we had the mathematics to describe it? This is where the line between mysticism and science begins to blur. De principle as above, so below might not be a literal one-to-one map, but rather a description of this underlying scale-invariant symmetry that seems to be woven into the fabric of existence. This leads us to some truly mind-bending hypotheses. What if, as above, so below is a hint about the very nature of consciousness and reality? Some theories in modern physics, like the holographic principle, suggest that our three-dimensional universe could be a projection of information stored on a distant two-dimensional surface. The below our 3D world is a reflection of the above, that to the information field. This sounds remarkably like the Hermetic maxim, doesn't it? Our perceived reality is a projection of a higher, more fundamental level of information. Or consider the idea of a simulated universe. If our reality is a sophisticated computer program, then the above would be the source code, the fundamental rules and algorithms, and the below would be the simulated world we experience. The same code would generate patterns at every scale, from the subatomic to the galactic, creating a self-similar holographic reality. This would mean that, by studying the patterns in our world, we could potentially reverse engineer the source code of the universe. This is precisely what physicists try to do when searching for a theory of everything. So, where does this leave us? Is as above, so below a divine law? A psychological principle, a poetic description of fractal geometry, or a clue to the holographic nature of the cosmos? Perhaps it's all of these things. Its power lies in its ambiguity, allowing it to be interpreted on multiple levels simultaneously. It doesn't give us a simple answer. Instead, it gives us a framework for asking better questions. It challenges us to see the connections where we would normally see separations between ourselves and the universe, between mind and matter, between the sacred and the mundane. It suggests that the answers we seek about the cosmos are not just out there in the stars, but also within ourselves. The journey outward and the journey inward are two sides of the same coin. The macrocosm and the microcosm are eternally locked in a cosmic dance, one reflecting the other. And maybe, just maybe, understanding this dance is the key to understanding everything. What do you think? Is this principle a forgotten piece of ancient wisdom or a relic of pre-scientific superstition? Does it hold practical value in your life? Let's discuss it in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious to hear your interpretations. If you found this exploration of as above, so below thought-provoking, please hit the like button, share this video with someone who loves a good mystery, and subscribe for more deep dives into the ideas that shape our world. Thank you for watching.
If you love uncovering the truth, don't forget to subscribe. More hidden history is coming every week, only on History Uncovered.